Okay, hi everyone. Welcome to Clarity Tarot. The reading we're doing tonight is what do you have to be grateful for? So, this may be things that you might or might not be aware of in your life that are real blessings that you should be grateful for. So, kind of like, a gratitude practice in a reading. Hopefully, you enjoy this. I'm looking forward to going back and seeing which pile is mine later. Gratitude is something that I find really supportive in my life. So we'll start with pile 1 right here with this little spiky cactus. Then we have pile 2, the ink well, and then pile 3, this individualistic cactus, I guess we'll say. So this is a general reading. If you want something very specific to you, you can book a reading in the description box below. And I will see you at your reading. Take a moment and pick which pile calls out to you, and I'll see you there. So pile 1, what should you be grateful for that you might not be seeing? We have the 6 of Cups, the 9 of Wands, the 4 of Swords, the Page of Cups, the 2 of Pentacles, the 5 of Wands, and then the Listening to My Heart card. Okay, so let's see here. What do you have to be grateful for that you might be missing? So what I'm getting here, actually, pile 1, is that there are a lot of people that love you, that want to create like a harmonious relationship with you. Whether I'm getting this as like friendship, romance, and family, like in all areas. There are people that want to reach out to you, want to be more connected to you than they are right now. They're kind of, low-key fighting for your attention. But the place that you're in life is you're remembering those people that you feel like a deeper connection to. Something in your life is feeling really heavy right now, like you're having to push through to kind of get to the end. But you're being gifted right now with this period of rest, relaxation, meditation, contemplation, looking at everything that's happening in your life and who is most important to you, what you want going forward. And so overall, what I'm getting for like what you should be grateful for, or what maybe you're not seeing that's really a gift in your life, is number 1, there are more people in your life that love you than you love. I want to put it that way. Like, I think you're very affectionate for many of these people, but I think you're very particular about who you want around and how much time you want to spend with people. Maybe you're an introvert or just particular in one way or another, which there's nothing wrong with that at all. But the gift that's in your life is there are more people that want you than you want, which seems a little backwards. Like it's kind of a problem in one sense, like, oh, I have to beat these people away with the stick that want my time. But it is a gift. I mean, think about the reverse. Like, what if you were just like in the position of always reaching out to people and nobody really wanting you around? Like, that's terrible. So it's really a gift that people just want more of your affection, more of your presence, and you have all these available choices. Also, the other thing I'm getting that's a real gift for you is this time of contemplation and rest. You have some things to figure out in your life. You need to listen to your heart. That's really important to you at this point in your journey. And life has gifted you with the space and time to be able to do that. You can take a break, you can take a step back, and nothing in your life is going to completely fall apart to the degree that it's irreparable later. You can leave some of these messages unread from people that want to hang out with you. You can do the bare minimum at your job. You can phone it in with your friends, family, and romantic partners, and they're going to be patient with you. It's going to be okay in the end, and you'll have that space then to figure out what you need to figure out. So this may not be something that I'm getting that like how you might perceive the situation is you might feel a lot of pressure. Like there's always people that want my attention. I'm not delivering on what they want. I'm not meeting my objectives at work. I'm not making my partner happy. Like, you're thinking about, am I overperforming, or am I succeeding in all these areas? And it's true that you're not, but what you're not seeing is that all these things are seeking you. Like, they're wanting your time, your attention, your presence. And so that really is a gift, because it gives you the luxury of choice. So I think the message here, well, actually, why don't I ask about that? Like, let's ask Spirit, is there any particular advice for you regarding this that Spirit might want you to know? I mean, so far I'm just getting that the advice is, like, recognize how great you have it. Like, I know you're uncomfortable, but you have anything and everything kind of at your beck and call. And the advice is, this kind of fell out. Okay, Joker card. I want to get one more, at least one more. Wow. 2, and then this one wants to come out too. King of Wands, King of Swords, Knight of Pentacles. Interesting combination. So advice for you. I mean, keep on keeping on, pile 1. The advice for you is to be your attractive, magnetic self. Be strong-minded, be boundaried, be slow. Have your defenses up with people. I mean, this combination is kind of saying the way that you're acting, by being a little bit removed, by being a little bit skeptical, perhaps, slow to action, slow to commit to a friendship, relationship, job, any of it, it's all really appropriate. And so the message for you, pile 1, is don't beat yourself up. I mean, I get that you're a very empathic, heart-centered person, and so it's uncomfortable for you right now to be in this state where you feel a little bit more tough-minded, or maybe not as deferential to the people that are coming to you, but it's okay, and it's a good balance for you. So, and I think if you go within and if you listen to your heart, you will hear the same thing. I have no doubt of that. So your advice, pile 1, is to keep doing what you're doing. You're on the right path. Don't get triggered out of it just because you're feeling like you're not as empathic and other-centered as you normally would be. You're on the right track and you're doing great. So I hope that resonated for you. Give me a like, share, subscribe if it did. Comment below and let me know if that resonated for you, or even if it didn't. I'd be curious to hear. And let's go on to pile 2. So pile 2, which, the inkwell, which I kind of spilled there for a second. Let's see what your cards have to say. So we have the Knight of Cups, the Knight of Swords, 2 knights. Whoa. The Knight of Coins or Pentacles, King of Coins, King of Pentacles, 6 of Coins, 6 of Pentacles. Are you an earth sign, pile 2? That'd be Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Ace of Pentacles. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4 out of 6 cards. The Artist. And then I love you deeply, madly, unconditionally. Okay, so let me tune in here for a moment. And this is what you have to be grateful for that you might not be noticing. All right. So the first thing I'm getting is this message. I mean, normally this message would be from like someone else to you, but the way I'm getting this for you, pile 2, is that this is your energy towards the world. Like you give off this vibe to people that you're all about them, that you will support them through anything, that you are their ride or die, that you're loyal, that you're committed. And that's something that's really attractive to people and is kind of magnetizing. The other thing I would say is, so again, we have 7 cards here. 1, 2, 3, 4 are pentacle cards. So that's earth signs, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. So something to be grateful for. You are very grounded. You're very stable. You're very practical. You know how to make money. You know how to build your life and ground it in a way that is helpful for you to kind of like move forward and feel like you have a stable foundation. And that might seem, I'm getting for you also, pile two, that not only is this in your personality, but it's probably also in your history. So your family system or your culture growing up, like, had a lot of these grounding elements to it. So it might be easy for you to be like, ah, whatever, like my mom and dad taught me to do that, or I'm just this way because I grew up here, or my first class in college was financial planning or whatever. Okay, yeah, that's true, but this is very in you. Like, the cards are clearly saying that you have this really stabilizing force within you that you don't even see what a gift it is. And people really flock to that. Like, I'm again getting with this card, I love you madly, deeply, unconditionally. There's something very grounded about a statement like that. Like, it's not like, oh, because you're interesting to me today, or I think you're young and beautiful, or you give me something that I want. No, this is, I'm committed to you, I'm long term, I'm in it for the long haul. And there's something about your energy, pile two, that is about that. And even if we take other people out of the equation, something for you to be grateful for is that you know you can always depend on yourself. And if you're going through a rough time and you have to fall back on, taking care of yourself, or having a period of, like, a hermit period where you kind of withdraw from the world and you meet your own needs, you know that you can do that and you can survive and you can come out stronger. And I know that still would be a stressful thing for you to do, to, like, have to have that repair and recovery period. But there's a lot of people that don't have confidence that they can actually even do that and be successful. But you know that you can, and you've done it multiple times, and that is a massive strength. And it's something that other people see and notice about you intuitively or just energetically without even you having to say anything. Like, this is a grounded, stable person that I can depend on, that will be honest with me, that can take care of themselves and potentially take care of me. And that's really attractive and just, like, security building. Like, it makes people feel safe. And I don't know, the older I get, like, I turned 40 this year, and my entire life, I mean, not to make this reading about me, and I'll try not to for too long, but my whole life I've heard people talk about, like, being safe and how security is so important in relationships. I'm like, why? What? Who cares about security? But in recent years, I've realized, wow, like, this is a real thing. And somebody that you can, especially as I'm meeting people now, if I'm trying to be friends with them or whatever, like, one of the things that I really look for is this person somebody that is committed and loyal? Can they work through a fight? Can they have a disagreement with somebody and, like, see their part in it, resolve it, repair, and move on? Can they take care of themselves? Like, this becomes more and more important the older you get. And so maybe you're a younger person and you haven't seen, like, the value maybe at this point in your life, or you haven't gotten kind of, like, the feedback or the praise for being this way. But let me just tell you, this is the gift that keeps on giving, like, your whole life. Like, it might not be sexy when you're 22, but if you're 32, 42, 52, like, there is no better currency than, I know who I am, I take care of myself, I'll take care of you in a responsible way, and let's do this thing. Like, that is the sexiest thing there is. So let's move on from that. So that's the earth energy in your reading. You also have the Knight of Cups, the Knight of Swords, and the Knight of Coins. So 3 Knight energies, which are the messengers. So you're a very good communicator, pile 2. And the way that you do it, you're not only, you're mental, you're emotional, and you're practical. So you're able to kind of bring in all parts of yourself. I know I've talked about this a little bit, but I'm into the Enneagram. I teach the Enneagram a lot, which talks about head, heart, and gut as the 3 centers of intelligence. And I really see that here. It's a little different than tarot. I mean, tarot adds a 4th element of air. But here you have kind of the body, which to me is pentacles, the swords, which is mental, and then the cups, which is emotional. And I just think that's amazing that you can bring all parts of yourself in the way that you communicate. I mean, we all know people that when you talk to them, it's like all emotions, it's all drama, and you're like, oh my God, this is too much. Or they're just so dry and logical, and there's nothing more than mental energy there. No, you're not that person. You're able to bring all those parts of yourself in. And again, I'm getting like it's such a natural strength to you. You don't even realize like what a big deal it is. And it is a big deal, pile 2. So you should really celebrate that about yourself and be, I guess, cognizant of how much you stand out and what what I want to say is what an advantage it is. Maybe, you've got a lot of pentacles. Maybe you're a very work-oriented person, because advantage is a weird word, but maybe you need to hear that, like, professionally even, this is a differentiator for you. Like, you're able to communicate on all levels in a way that really helps you rise the ranks. So I want to see if there's anything that I missed about this that would be important to mention. And we get the Queen of Wands, the 3 of Cups, and the 5 of Pentacles. So despite all this energy, which is everything but wands, we have the Queen of Wands coming out, who is the sexiest of the tarot deck. Fiery, passionate, impulsive, with the 3 of Hearts, which 3 of Cups is about friendship, camaraderie, community. And then we have the 5 of Pentacles, which is about like holding back, conservation, feeling like you don't have enough in some way. So what I missed that Spirit's wanting me to mention is, despite how practical and realistic I'm making you seem, you're also extremely sexy and attractive. And it kind of sneaks up on people, pile 2. Like they almost don't know what's coming. And then all of a sudden they're like, wow, this really practical, reliable, like ride or die, loyal person is super attractive. Like, how did that happen? And why do I even think that? I don't even know. And I hope you're not like offended by that, pile 2. It's not like people don't know why they're attracted to you. It just, you don't lead with it. And so it throws people off. And so it's actually even more powerful in a weird way because of how it comes through. And you're also a really good friend. Like, again, back to the loyalty, the ride or die thing. Like, people know once they've known you for a little while that you have a very small inner circle. And those people that are in the inner circle know who they are. And they're like insanely grateful to be there because they know that you will do anything for them. And you have a lot to give. And the last thing is the 5 of Pentacles. So typically the 5 of Pentacles card in tarot shows someone who is like begging in a snowy, like in a snowdrift outside of a church, it seems like to me. And so it's not a very happy card, but what I'm getting for you from this is people also know, like, you're not going to give this away for free. You're not going to be loyal and friendly and invest in somebody emotionally. You're a Pentacles person. You're an earth-driven person. So you only make investments that you think are going to have a return. And so you don't just give that emotional energy away for nothing. So if somebody is being invested in, they should be grateful and know that they're found worthy. I hope it doesn't come across negative. Like, it's really actually a very positive thing. Like, you all know the person that's just like friendly and like super giving to everybody. And in a way, well, this is just me, I guess. In a way, you don't trust it because you're like, well, you just feel that way about everybody. Like, there's nothing special about me. But with you, people really see that you only give that when it's warranted, when it's not when it's earned, but when you're seen as someone worth really building with. So that's your message, pile 2. I hope you enjoyed it. Like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you would like to. I'd be really interested to hear if this message resonated for you or even if it didn't. So please leave me a comment below. Feel free to always let me know if there's a different question you would like to hear me do on my channel. And I'm happy to do that as well. And see you in a future reading. Okay, pile 3. Blessings in your life that you have to be grateful for, that you might not be aware of. And we have the Page of Swords, the 2 of Swords, the Devil, the Wheel of Fortune, the Page of Wands, the 3 of Cups, and then we have the How Do We Fix This card. Interesting. Let me think here for a moment. What you may not be seeing that you have to be grateful for. Okay, well, what I'm getting is there's a lot of people that want to be around you, pile three, especially professionally and like friendship wise. Like they feel like this should be my best friend kind of energy, and they're wanting to get close to you. And you don't necessarily have the same drive to work on things that they do. So it's kind of coming more from their end. They might feel a little bit like, not addicted to you, that's too strong, but fixated, I guess. Fixated on like, oh, look at that person. They're so amazing. They're this, they're that. And especially, I'm getting with this card, especially, how do we fix this? Maybe you have really high standards in your relationships, friendships, work, whatever. And people, they know this. Whether or not you've ever had a disagreement with them, like they sense that being close to you is not a given. Like it takes a lot for that to happen. And so, not on purpose, but just by you being who you are, you've created this dynamic around you, pile three, where people are almost like trying to compete or perform for you in a way. And why is this something to be grateful for? I think what Spirit is wanting you to recognize is that there's a lot of people that are kind of like vying for your attention and wanting to do the most, to be in your life, to be a friend, to be a colleague. And you might even not always notice them because they don't make an effort in the way that you would prefer. I think you have a very specific way that you want people to show up for you. And if they don't do that, and you kind of write them off, but you don't communicate that, and so people don't always know what that way is. So they're like scrambling around trying to find all these different ways to get close to you, and none of them are working because there's one way that you want. And I want to know, I'm just curious, what is that one way? Because I'm getting, pile three, that maybe you don't even know what that one way is. Okay, we have the Ten of Cups piling out, like, make me emotionally fulfilled completely. Well, yeah. Everyone wants that, but so what is the one way for that pile three wants people to approach them that they don't always understand? Like, what is that magic formula that they just need to embody to be able to be closer to pile three? Let's see what we get here. The Joker, the Three of Swords, and the King of Swords. Wow, that's interesting. So, are you ready for your magic formula, pile three? It's a person that has had their own mental health issues, that's had their heartbreak, and has come to the other side, and instead of being vulnerable and needy and wanting someone else to like help them or rescue them, that person has become the master of their own mind. Their thoughts are a steel trap in a way, and they've become almost like not untouchable but unbreakable, maybe, or yeah, I think you respond to strength, and especially when you've seen someone go through something emotionally really difficult and come out the other side, like that makes you open up to somebody and want to be around them more than anything else. Because I'm getting the reason that you want that is because this is what you want for yourself. On your good days, you see that you have done this. On your bad days, you feel like this is what you need and you haven't quite gotten there. But what I'm getting from Spirit is that you are this person, and so that's what you're also looking for. Somebody that needs support at moments, but they've really got it within themselves and wants to be capable and self-sufficient and independent. And so you're looking for other people like that because maybe you've had a lot of draining people in your life that have had a lot of emotional needs, but haven't been able to find a way to meet them themselves. Okay, so here's what it is, pile 3. I think you're a very high emotional capacity person. You have high emotional need and also a lot to give. And you've been around a lot of people that also have high emotional need, but might not have that capacity. And what this combination helps you identify is a person that is like you, that has high emotional need, but also is a giver. Like they're a taker and a giver. And most people in life kind of fall on one side or the other. And it can be kind of exhausting to be around someone who's constantly giving. I mean, I certainly have stories about that. It's equally exhausting to be around someone who's taking. And you want to find people that are intense givers and intense takers, because you like that balance and you like to be able to explore both sides of yourself. Ooh, you're interesting. Can we be friends, please? And I want to know. So this is coming out in a reading about what you should be grateful for. You should acknowledge and be grateful about this, about you. And I want to see if there's anything else I missed that Spirit would want you to know. Let's just see. What did I miss? First card out, Ace of Swords, which is the Truth card. And this comes up for me when it's kind of like an affirmation from Spirit, like, yes, you speak the truth. All that you said so far was correct. 2 other things that Spirit wants you to know. You often feel like you're of 2 minds, or you look at things from all perspectives and you don't totally know your own opinion about things. Don't worry about that. It's just because you're very strong-minded and always want to see things from all perspectives. You're not fixed in your viewpoint, and that's a good thing. And also, there's some major area of grief right now that you're having to work through, and that's normal. Don't beat yourself up. It doesn't mean that you're... Okay, so what I'm getting. You might feel like because you're in a period of grief right now that you actually are a taker person. You're not this giver and taker that you've always believed that you are. Really, you're just someone that sucks other people dry, that has endless emotional needs. No, that is a fear that you have that's lying to you. The truth is that you just are in a period of intense grief right now, and it's okay. It's okay to acknowledge that, and when you're on the other side, it will be part of how you can give to others. Anything else? I don't want to pull advice for you, actually. I just want to see if there's anything else. I know I already asked this, but anything else, Spirit, that you want to tell pile 3 that I haven't mentioned already? A few things. We have 4 of Wands, 6 of Swords, King of Wands, 3 of Wands. Okay, so first message, there is a fire within you that should not be contained. It's best if you let that out and let it roam free, pile 3, however that means to you. And there's something in your life that you need to move away from with the 6 of Swords. I don't know if it's a relationship, a pattern, a work environment, even like a physical location there. And you, like, this is not obscure to you. You know what this is. And this is probably the 100th message you've received in various ways about needing to move on from this thing. And this is just Spirit telling you again to do that. And to remember who you are. We have 3 Wands cards, 3 fire cards, which are about creating home, like taking leadership, working with others, climbing the ladder. Like, you know where you need to go. You know how to do it. Just do it. I'm trying to not swear on this channel, but... just do it, pile 3. You don't need a reading to tell you to do that. Just get out there. We all want to watch you just like make it all burn in the best possible way. So I hope that resonated for you, pile 3. Leave me a comment and let me know if it did or if it didn't. I'd be curious to know either way. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. It would really help me out and I would appreciate that. as I'm just a little baby reader doing this on the side for fun. And if you want a personal reading, feel free to contact me. All my info is in the description box, and I will see you in the next reading. Thank you. Bye-bye.